how do we take care of ourselves, and what are things that we can do to support our body when things feel like they're completely out of control? So hello, my name is Alicia Cicerelli. I'm a PhD trained scientist who had to use my own training as a scientist to figure out my own health problems. So I've been in remission for over 8 years now. And in these videos, I share the things that I have learned, the things that no practitioner, no doctor taught me, things I had to learn on my own that really helped move my body into that healing state. So today I'm going to talk about 3 things that are simple things we all can do to help our body move into that rest and digest repair mode, which is where we need to be if healing is actually, we want healing to occur in our body, we need to be in that rest and digest and repair mode. Okay, so let's get started. So number 1, belly and diaphragmatic breathing. So you might be wondering, like, why does that even matter? Who cares, right? Well, something I notice about myself, and maybe you've noticed too, is we often will hold our breath. So when I'm emailing, reading the news, whatever, right? And you can even see I do this. And so what that actually is doing is A, starving ourselves of oxygen, which we don't want, and B, it's actually stressful, right? Because we're supposed to be doing inhales and exhaling, right? And you notice the body just relaxes as we exhale. And if we're holding our breath, that's not good, okay? So number 1 thing we can do is do this breathing. So we're just gonna go through it here. We breathe in for 4, pause, and we wanna do a long exhale for 6. So that's a really important part, is doing the long exhale. That helps move our body into that rest and digest parasympathetic mode. And I'll get into more why that's so important. Okay, so you can do this at any point. You're checking your email, you're gonna go pick your kid up from school, you're sitting in the car. Breathe in for 4. Pause. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Pause. Exhale for 6. Okay. You can do this multiple times during the day. This is very impactful. Like I said, many of us with chronic illness are living in this constant state of fight-flight response. Basically, our body thinks that like a tiger is going to chase us at any moment. However, we're not supposed to live in that kind of high-stress state for long periods of time. It starts to take a toll on our health. So a simple thing we can do is start implementing this breathing and check-ins throughout the day, and just notice yourself and let your shoulders come down and practice this breathing. Number 2, we're going to talk about is gentle and grounding movement. So you might be wondering, like, what the heck is grounding movement? So when we feel ungrounded, it feels like we're a balloon flying up in the air, okay? So maybe we're living in our head a lot, we're ruminating. I'm a PhD scientist. I am very good at ruminating. I'm very good at being super analytical. I'm very good at like overthinking things. Like, that helped me as a scientist. However, it's not the best thing for my health. And I'm guessing maybe you're like that too. So something that we can do, they talk about it in yoga, they talk about it as coming back into the body. What does that even mean? So something simple you can do is notice your feet on the ground and just gently tap them back and forth a few times. And you might feel, it might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you've been living in a fight-flight response for so long, but that's okay. Just practice it. Other things you can do while you're doing this is do that breathing exercise that we just talked about, you just learned. Some other things that I love that are very grounding are yoga. I love Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. She has a number of free videos. And honestly, every night I try to do maybe 15 minutes or so. Again, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but like just giving your body that time to truly rest is so important. I also love Qigong. So it's spelled Qigong. And I'm going to link in the comments or in the description a link to, there's a YouTube channel that I really like. He does great Qigong videos. And Qigong is also great for bringing us out of our head into our body, out of the rumination, back into the body. And so if you're somebody who ruminates a lot, I describe it, our daughter, like ants in the pants thing, where you're always doing, oh my gosh, this is what you need. You will feel quite a bit better as you implement this and feel more grounded. You can think more clearly. We're bringing that prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that's involved with high-level thinking, executive functioning, making really critical decisions, that online. When we're living in a high-stress fight-flight response, we're not there. We're living back here, which is not what we want to be doing for the long term. Okay. And then the last thing, so the third thing I want to talk about today is slowing down. So where can you find in your day that you can slow down? And that might be something as simple as you're going to run an errand. And if you were like me, we're always rushing to everything, right? You've back-to-back appointments, and asking yourself, like, do I really have to walk this fast right now? Can I walk more slowly? Can I notice the blue sky? Can I notice that dog that's really cute that's on the sidewalk? Can I notice the flowers or the snow or whatever? And starting to notice in your day, where are you living on autopilot, which is super fast speed, and where can you slow down and be more intentional? And you might think this sounds like woo hippie stuff, but that's exactly what you need, okay? The doctors aren't going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you as a PhD scientist, okay? Embrace the hippie. They know a few things, because again, we're helping move the body out of that high stress fight-flight response. We're moving it into the parasympathetic rest and digest. And if you have chronic health problems, you probably also have lots of food sensitivities, digestive issues, all that going on. So we need to spend more time in rest and digest so your body can actually repair itself. Okay. So if you found this helpful, I actually have some guides that I've put together and also a self-guided course that I just share the things that I've learned over the last 8 years while I've been in remission, and things that I had to learn on my own. And they're simple things anybody can implement that can have big results. So I wish you the best. Have a good day. Take care.